wasn't.
Take a step off of that silver bird from your planet, and you brought a little bit of that cold with you. Now ring me out like you would your bastarding father, and you're so quick to stick to the
be right back. I gotta pee.
You're sinking, you're swallow a little of that sea. Now taste a little bit of that salt in me. Throw up a little of it on your knees. Now doesn't it bring you back to the beginning? Before you pour your elements away. Now sink that to the bottom of it Before you poured your elements away. Now sink back to the bottom of it all.
Hello, 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 hello. No, if you must know, nosies, I had to pee, okay? That's all it was. I'm not... This is assault. That's what this is, alright? 100% that is what is happening right now. Are we being heard?
Yeah, it's a there's a delay.
Okay.
So right now it's saying this is assault. That's what this is. So there's just a delay, so. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've got it up on mine.
I don't know how to fix it. Or if you can.
I'm sure there's a way. There's something we'll have to mess with the settings. Hello, dwarf.
No, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
So I don't know how I feel about the bullying carrying over into here. Like, I knew that it was gonna happen, but apparently I didn't ready myself as well as I should have. Fuck you all.
It'd be like that.
It's always like that.
A-D-E-L. What? I don't want to be at work right now. Oh, work's gross, Michi. What are you spelling, dwarf?
You're at work?
Morning, Michi.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Alright, hello everybody. This is it. We are here. I know there's a bunch of you from the Discord and the Twitch over here. For any of you in here that this may be your first time, we are Why Superman Sucks. And I don't care how butthurt you get about the name, he is El Garbagio. Okay? We do a lot of breakdowns, a lot of versus matches, all the hot takes, all of them. We do everything from comics to anime to sci-fi to all around fantasy. We cover it, we'll break it down, we'll throw them up against each other. This is our... I don't know how many...
Then you need to learn how to spell, sir.
Yeah, that just threw me off. Like, I'm mid-speech trying to figure... What?
Delay. He was spelling delay. But the D is after the A. And there's no A in the beginning. Oh, you hit A instead of D.
He threw us off on purpose. That's what happened. My whole bit is just gone now because of this.
So confused.
See, this is what happens when I try to be professional, alright? So, we're just gonna do there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but there's actually one thing that has been on my mind since I had you start watching it, Raider. What are your thoughts so far on? I think it's 7 Deadly Sins is what I have you watching right now.
Yeah.
So for those of you that aren't aware, Raider here is brand new, spanking new to the anime world. Okay, it's been a fun adventure. There's a couple animes I've gotten her into that I'm surprised she liked as much as she has, and I'm excited about this one. So what are your thoughts on 7 Deadly Sins?
Okay, so I am currently in season 1, episode 16. Life's been life, and so I haven't gotten further than that so far. But I'm gonna try and finish up season 1 this week. I think that's my plan. No, it's interesting. In the beginning, I was very much so confused. Like, I understood that Meliodas was the person in the picture, and yes, I think it's always funny that, in most movies or TV shows or whatever, when they have the most wanted flyers, the picture never matches how they actually look. I just don't understand why he looks like a child.
It'll explain it.
It's seeing somebody acting like a child that's clearly not the age of a child, constantly looking up Elizabeth's skirt and being all up in her chest. So there's that. But no, I'm enjoying it. I think where left off, they just defeated the thing that's they're creating, where they're mixing like demons with the the knights. They defeated the one that is it Gunther?
Gother?
Is it Gother, excuse me. Gother was keeping in his suit. So, I thought it was interesting with the whole sword thing with Meliodas. The episode with...
Hey Loki, how you doing?
Since it's been a minute for... The one that can't die, is that Hawk?
That can't die?
Okay, as of right now. Because he drank the...
Are you referring to Bon?
Bon. Okay, I'm just looking at the episodes real quick, trying to scroll down to find what I was looking for. Okay, Bon. So...
He's really tall.
The whole thing with King and Bon, and I guess King's sister, that threw me for a loop.
Really?
It did, because like it didn't appear like his interaction with her was that long. And so for there to be that heavy emotional attachment, that's who he was looking for when they went I guess into the other side, the afterlife, whatever you want to call it, whatever that was. It was interesting. Liking it.
When I first saw Bon, typical guy with mommy issues. So it kind of made sense that they had him dive that quick.
I'm a book girly, right? So for me, he fits bad boy vibe that you would have in a book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he's the good-looking guy that just kind of does things to kind of piss off everybody because he doesn't give a shit. And so I guess it does make sense to have that background. I just didn't like clue in from the episode prior where they actually talk about his background with her, or like it shows the flashback of his interaction with her. It seemed like something that only occurred within like a day's period. So to have that level of an attachment with her that fast and to hold that attachment for that long, because now we're talking, this is almost 100 years later. Just kind of threw me for a loop, but you know. But no, like I said, I am enjoying it. I am looking forward to continuing it. Like I said, I'm gonna try and get through the rest of season 1 this week, so that maybe we can start getting a versus prepared at some point. That has to do with it, and I'll have my notes, you know.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to. I'm early on. I'm very interested in the reasoning behind why everything that has happened. You know, because clearly everybody's blaming the 7 deadly sins, and they're like, we didn't fucking do shit. Because you see the flashback where they walk in and dude was dead, that they were supposed to be meeting, and all the blame's been put onto them, and so it's just a. You know, there's the bad guy. You got the dude that's doing the genetic bullshit with the demons. That's just not going to end well.
Yeah, it's a great series. It's a great show. I'm excited to see just how deep you get into it. The big one that I can't wait for you to pick back up inevitably is Bleach. Bleach is hands down my favorite anime of all time.
I think when I switch back to Bleach, I think I'm just gonna skip the rest of the Bound, because really, like, I think that's why I've struggled with it, because I'm not one that likes to skip. And I know you told me, like, it's a
filler.
It's a filler, so you don't need it, kind of thing. And so I was like, nah, you know, I'm gonna push through this because the Bounds just piss me. Like, the whole thing just pisses me off. And I just find it irritating, and it feels drug out.
Because it is. Like, after this, you don't see the Bounce again.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
so
there's a list. Let's see if I can get it pulled up. We're just chilling here. Of what all the filler arcs are for Bleach. Alright, here we go. Filler arc list. Oh my god, why is this so complicated? We don't want this list. How many?
Yeah, Dwarf. It's one of those that, as of right now, I can watch and my kids be in the background of me. As far as I know, it's one that I can continue to do that. I mean, yeah, he gets pretty handsy with Elizabeth's chest and under her skirt, but like when they went into the forest and she didn't have her underwear on and she was freaking out and trying to decide which one was the real Elizabeth because there was a bunch of copies of her. And he said to jump up and she was like, I can't.
It's in the choice of words. Let's see. Chronological skip order. Miracle, the mysterious new hero, the reviving lion. You're at the Bound arc. You can skip it. It's really long.
Okay, so I just need to look in to see what the next episode is that I need to start to be out of the Bound.
I'm going to send you this list here. But there's 133 episodes that are filler.
Jesus Christ almighty. Okay.
I mean, and it's not that, like, don't watch these. Like, if you're trying to stay caught up to the story, skip these for now, and then you can come back to them literally whenever. But this is the list. You can skip the Bound arc. You can skip the new Captain arc. Zanpakuto, Unknown Tales, the Rebellion arc, you can skip it, but you have to watch it eventually.
Well, I'll go through it. So, like, I'll skip the bounds, and then I'll pick up, and I'll just kind of keep doing what I was doing, right? Where I just keep watching straight through, and if it's something that I see that I'm struggling, I'll check to see if it falls into one of those that I could skip, or if I need to push through it, kind of thing. So. Wait, anime gets hands-on with women. Don't believe it.
Oh, it's wild. So like the reason you see a lot of it, and most of you chilling here probably already know all about how Japan and their anime and their view of Americans and their view on women go, and that's what it boils down to. Is what the what it's just showing. This is what they think of. Like you see an American and they're loud and exuberant and brash and they don't care, and like that's an American in an anime. And most of there's two extremes for male to female interaction in anime. You have the super perv, okay, who's constantly trying to look up skirts, and if you have seen, oh, what is the name of it? I have to look it up. Hold on. Plunderer. Alright, Plunderer, you have the super perv, right? He's always stealing underwear. Always. Always has women's panties. There is not a single interaction between him and a woman where he somehow doesn't get their underwear. And then you have the other side to it where it's the supreme noblest. Alright? The women are not to be ogled at. Women are not to be treated in a pervy, disrespectful way. Every once in a while you get that rare anime that has a mixture of both, but for the most part it's one or the other. And Plunder is a really good anime. I really wish they'd do more with it. I was very surprised that we got as far into it as we did.
Thanks for the reactions.
Oh, look.
Hello, my dear.
It's a fish. Hey, buddy. But sticking on animes, I guess, because that's where we're at right now. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime just came out with a season 4, and it's not dubbed. It's not dubbed yet, but also, the way my tinnitus has been, maybe it wouldn't be so bad to read my anime while it's on the TV.
Fair. But you and reading? Bit of a stretch there.
I try, okay? Alright? Squiggly lines on screen are hard.
You know Fish absolutely hates subtitles, which drives him crazy when we do movie nights, because like half of our people in movie nights ask for subtitles. And it drives him crazy.
So, but that's another one to dip your toes into eventually, is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. I think it'll be your first isekai. And an isekai is...
Were they off themselves?
No, not off themselves. They die, and then they are reborn in another world. Usually it's... by, like, they get hit by a truck. That's why you hear the trope, the all hail truck-coon. Ollie will throw it around sometimes.
Okay.
So, but isekais are pretty popular right now in the anime world.
Because that's one that's on the list that you guys gave me for my kiddo to watch, or that he could watch.
That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime? Yeah.
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 Yes, that was the first one on the list Ollie gave me.
Yep. The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic has a season 2 coming out, and I'm super stoked for that. Super stoked. That one is another isekai. Well, not so much isekai. They don't die. They do a summoning, champion summoning ritual that brings it's like four or something like that people from regular Earth to this magical world, and his power isn't revealed right away. But when it is, they try to hide it from their like supreme healer, because healing magic is very powerful, and it's very rare for someone to have that kind of magic. And so he is able to use his healing magic in combat, right? So like he can, at the same time he's hurting you, he can heal you and rinse and repeat. There's a bunch more to it. It's worth watching. If you've not watched The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, you should totally check it out. They do such a great job on it.
Okay.
Like, it has been a long time since we've seen an anime this good. I would put it on par with animes like Bleach and animes like Fairy Tail and Seven Deadly Sins. It's up in there.
You know what needs a movie or more seasons? Vox Machina.
Well,
Weren't you guys just watching that?
So here's the thing. I know they're not entirely done with Vox Machina, but they just started the Mighty Nine. I don't know what all they have going on with that. What am I... Hold on. Anime is in fact good.
Yeah, this has been so. I know many touched on it before, but this really is my first time getting into anime. When I was younger, I did watch Inuyasha, and then aside from like the occasional Pokemon, I didn't watch anime. That sums up my experience with watching animes before joining in on the podcast and starting to dip my toes into the different ones. It takes me time because I am a note taker. Okay, so like I like, especially since I know we're going to be using them within the podcast, I like to write stuff down as I see it, key little points and whatnot. So it takes me a little bit longer to get through stuff. So I'm not watching as fast, I think, as many might like, but not one for the kids, by the way. What, Vox Machina? I have a list of kid-safe ones for once my kids behave, but I know they've been watching My Hero. Weebs? Rude.
Okay. Not one for the kids? Which one? Vox Machina?
I just said that.
But it's... Oh, he hasn't answered yet. What happens in Vox Machina that you wouldn't let your kids see?
I don't think it's on the list. Rude, maybe, but am I wrong? I mean, I'll take that Mity's a weeb, but don't lump me in with that. Yeah, a few scenes are a bit naughty.
I'm trying to remember what. so lost right now. I'm trying, Fish.
What are you trying to do?
He sent me the stuff to get your
Oh,
thing on
my
the screen.
PNG. Don't worry about it right now. Don't worry about it. We'll put it for the next live. We'll have my PNG in the corner. Everybody knows I'm here.
Copy
I'm
it.
loud. Okay, I'm not quiet.
Add as a browser source. Okay, I'm still gonna try this though.
The dog making the nugget move. Oh yeah, I love that. Love how the V2 barks when the dogs bark. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I think the greatest thing when it comes to like the mechanics of picking it up, is when we play Repo. I remember a time when Strawberry's dogs were going nuts, and her Repo character was just every time the dog barked. Dwarf said Scanlan gets his dick out in one scene.
Try talking.
I'm here, but I just see an
Ha-ha!
OBS blue square on your computer, or on the screen.
Really? Because it's showing me it.
Oh, okay. There I am. I forgot delay.
Yeah.
Look, I'm here.
I did things, guys. Look at me. I'm smart. We're gonna transition just for a minute from the anime world. The next big-ish Marvel movie coming out is what's it? Spider-Man: Brand New Day, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the trailers for it. Have you?
I have seen the trailer. Have any of our lovely patrons in the chat seen the trailer for the new Spider-Man? Thank you for the heart. Listen, don't judge my moody bee, okay?
I am excited because I think it's going to go one of two ways. Either we're going to get the iconic stuff from the animated series, where we'll have Peter goes to look for Professor X. Well, before I guess I dive in, how much are you understanding of when it comes to all this?
So we already kind of we kind of touched on this the other day. I do have catching up that I need to do when it comes to the Spider-Mans, because I have not watched any of the new ones that have Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last Spider-Mans that I probably actually sat down and fully watched still had what's his face?
Andrew Garfield? Or Tobey Maguire?
Toby.
Oh my god, you're so far behind.
Hang on, I have to look, but let me make sure. Yeah, Toby, yeah.
Okay, so you haven't even seen the Andrew Garfield stuff.
Wait, which one of them is in the Avengers stuff? Tom or Andrew?
Tom is in the Avengers stuff.
Okay, so I've seen the Avengers stuff where Tom's in it. I might have seen this one with Andrew. Look, we're just gonna play it safe and say that I need to watch all the Spider-Mans. That's what I'm putting in my notebook right now.
Pizza time, pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza for supper time.
Watch.
When you can have
and
pizza
those should be
on
on
a
Disney,
bagel, you can have pizza anytime. Yeah. Should.
Okay.
Should.
And that's something I can do up like with the kids. We can watch the Spider-Mans. Alright. I remember watching, like I said, the original one and then the one with Green Goblin, and then I remember watching Venom, and then I started watching the Avengers stuff. Yeah.
You're like 25 years behind.
Shut up, dwarf!
All right. So essentially, what's happening here, and they don't really touch. You kind of see something similar in what's it? Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. It's either, I think it's 2. 2 is when he has the mental block and can't use his powers for a brief bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they kind of touch on it a little bit in 2, where like now Peter's going through changes. He's evolving, and this is a thing that happens in the comics. In the comics, it's a bit more extreme. In the comics, he grows extra arms and gets the actual head of a spider and starts getting the, I don't know if you call it fur that's on a spider, but he gets like fuzzy fur.
Hairs.
Hairs. And to try to avoid this, he goes, because he thinks that he's a mutant, right? So he goes to who is arguably the premier expert in the world when it comes to mutations. He has to go hunt down Charles Xavier. And when Xavier says he can't help him, that's when he starts to spiral. Now, what I'm referring to right now is all in the animated series and parts of the comics, all to the best of what my memory will allow me to. But we've got the Punisher in here, which in the comics and in the animated series, it is the Punisher who tags along with a promise to Peter that if he becomes this man spider, that the Punisher will stop him before he can hurt anyone. Alright? So my thoughts is we're going to get this run and get a lot of, like, this could be a segue into the mutants that we will see in the Secret Wars series, or if we get mutants in Doomsday, this is going to how they will be introduced. Or we could get the spider totems, which would be super cool. And essentially, to break down the spider totems for you, Raider, in the simplest ways, is you've seen the Across the Spider-Verse stuff.
I know you would like me to say yes.
Okay, so essentially, throughout the multiverse, there are an infinite number of people with spider abilities. Okay, like going back to almost the beginning of civilization, the spider powers have existed. If we want to dive deep enough into this, all magic stems from the spider powers. Spider magic was the original magic. That's why you know how you see when Spider-Man goes to whip out his webs, he does that whole like sign language love sign. If you notice when Doctor Strange does his magic, what are the hand signs that he's doing? It's the same thing.
Okay.
So everything, all weirdness and powers and magic has been revealed that it originates from the spider totems. All right. The totem is it holds the power of the spider god that disperses all this magic and weird stuff everywhere. In the spider totem run, you have Morlun and you have Kraven. All right, and Morlun he hunts down the spider totems. All right, there's a scene in the comics where you're in his trophy room and it's the heads of all the Spider-Men and women that he's ever killed. And Kraven is important in this because Spider-Man is the ultimate hunt for Kraven. All right, Kraven considers himself an apex predator, and the only trophy he hasn't been able to claim is Spider-Man. So in the comics, almost any time that Peter is on the verge of dying, I say almost because there's a bunch of times where Kraven doesn't show up for this, but there is most of the time, Kraven will show up and fight off an enemy of Spider-Man solely for the purpose that no one is allowed to kill Spider-Man except for him. But that's that's big because they would have to take another risk because Sony did a Craven movie and it flopped. So to bring Craven back in, and I said this earlier the other day, maybe you were there, Raider, but Lord was with us, and I had said that I think the perfect Craven would be the Russian dude that played Colossus in the Deadpool movies. Pull up a tab and look up Craven the Hunter Raider, and then pull up another tab looking up the live action actor that played Colossus in the Deadpool movies. The Punisher actually accidentally kills Spider-Man in one comic. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. That's ball knowledge right there.
A CGI character voiced by Stefan Kapikic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, we don't actually get to see what this dude looks like? Okay.
The mocap guy?
Well.
Zoom pose over. All these tabs. Nothing on them. Oh. See, first one that pops up for me.
Well, this came out in 2024?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I've never even heard of this movie.
Oh, the Deadpool movies are great.
Oh, no. The Deadpool, yes. But I'm talking about Craven the Hunter.
Oh, okay.
It says, Craven the Hunter 2024 flopped due to poor critical reception, low audience interest in the obscure character, and a generic superhero movie feel. Poor CGI, uninspired acting, excessive delays coupled with competition from Moana 2 and Wicked. I have seen all the Deadpool movies.
Yeah, so they just... The problem with Sony and comic book movies is they don't care enough, right? They're still stuck back in the Bryan Singer days, where we want to make a comic book movie, but we just want the money from having it labeled a comic book movie. We still want to make it our own thing and show you that we can do better than what anyone else can. And then they flopped. And the problem is that they flopped so hard. Like, Craven was the final straw.
Sorry. I just read a comment.
So many tabs open and nothing on them. All right, we're using it. That's becoming a thing. Sony cared. No, they did not. No. In the grand history of things, Sony has never cared. Which is sad because they hold some great titles, right? They have, they had the X-Men stuff, and Marvel got those back. Spider-Man, they're holding on to those. They'll share it with Marvel, but now they get an absurd amount of money anytime Marvel wants to have Tom Holland as Spider-Man in any of their movies. An absurd amount of money. That's why whenever you see a Marvel movie that has Tom Holland in it as Spider-Man, Sony is credited on it. They have to be per the stupid fucking deal that they made. Honestly, at this point, if Disney just fucking bought out the Sony studios for the movies, it would be doing the world a favor. But I don't think they'll ever sell.
Yeah.
What were we on? We're talking Brand New Day. And my hope seeing Bruce Banner in is there's an iconic panel in the comics where this is all after Peter had Strange cast that spell so that everybody would forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Okay? In the comics, one of the strongest friendships between heroes that has ever existed, in my opinion, is the friendship between Peter Parker and the Hulk. All right? Like those are bros right there. And in the comics, I don't remember what the fight is, but there's a fight going on, and Peter's getting the shit beat out of him, and out of nowhere, the Hulk shows up, rescues him, and says, "Hey, Peter, it's good to see you." And in that moment, this whole time, Peter has been struggling with the fact that he is so alone because everybody has forgotten about him. And all they know is Spider-Man. And he looks at Hulk and goes, "You remember?" And in that panel, this is my favorite part. Hulk goes, "Bruce forget, but Hulk never forget." Yep. And I hope we get it. It's a small thing to ask, okay? This isn't something that's, like, world-changing. I mean, it's game-changing for Spider-Man because in that moment, he no longer feels so empty and so alone. And it just shows... It shows two things. It shows how strong their bond is, and it gives us a look into the complexity that is Bruce Banner and the Hulk. That those are two separate entities existing in one body. Brand New Day has the potential to be huge. It looks as if the Hand is going to be one of the sets of villains that are going to be in this movie, and we could get Daredevil, we could get Elektra, like, I don't know where everybody's at for the new season of Daredevil Born Again, but oh my god, it's so great so far.
Yeah, something I need to add to my watch list too.
So to keep it simple for you, the only things you need to watch that are relevant right now is Daredevil Born Again Season 1 and then the Season 2. You don't need to go watch the other. You can. Some of them are fun. Technically, it's like 5 different entities in Banner's body. Technically. If you want to get that complex and like... Bruce Banner. Like, he's technically the Hulk is the host for essentially the ruler of all things evil and bad within the Marvel Multiverse. So, the one below all. So the hierarchy, you have, well, it's technically the same person. You have the one above all, right? You've heard me reference him, yes, Raider?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
yes.
So the one above all is essentially God of everything. There is no one that is more powerful than the one above all, period. And the one above all is the comic representation of Jack Kirby, who's Stan Lee's partner. He's the artist for 90% of what you see in Marvel. And then you have his counterpart, right? You have the one below all, who rules over all the bad, and all things Gamma related come from him. I think my favorite thing is realizing the reason that we'll never see Hulk actually die is because this thing called the Green Door exists. What the Green Door is for is it recycles Gamma beings. So if the Hulk were to die, he would just reappear from right in front of you, because the Green Door will never be destroyed. It can't be, so far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Banner, Hulk, Mistroy, the gangster one, and I can never remember the... Mr. Fix-It, or Joe Fix-It, or whatever, that's the Gray Hulk, the gangster one. Is Mistroy of the Hulk? I don't know. Eric Bana, pretty sure he played the Hulk. Eric Bana did play the Hulk. So here's the thing. If we could combine Eric Bana's Hulk with Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner, I think we'd have a good setup there. Because I'm not a fan of Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, but Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, he makes a great Bruce Banner. There's definitely some heroes that Marvel are keeping a secret. Yes, 100%. Well, you'd have to. Like, so Secret Wars Raider is a huge event. It's one of the many times that Marvel did a reset, right? That's what these events boil down to, is we need to retcon and restart the entire series that we just did. It's done, it's played out. We don't want to lose access to it, but we need to start something new. There's several different ways that Secret Wars has happened. My favorite is the Beyonder being bored with all of reality and stating that he wants to get rid of it and start something new, but he wants to do it in a fun way. So he gathers the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and Spider-Man. Alright? And he throws them all on a special world that he creates called Battle World. And then he goes and he grabs Doctor Doom and a bunch of other villains and throws them on Battle World and says, you guys are going to fight to the death, and whoever's left standing at the end will decide the fate of the universe.
No pressure.
None. So you would think the leaders of the team is going to be Iron Man for the good guys, right? No, Spider-Man was chosen to be the leader of the good team, and then you had Doctor Doom leading the villains, and it's so great. Didn't matter who won or lost at the end of the day, because again, it's the Beyonder, and he's going to do what he wants to do, regardless of the rules that he sets up for his games. He is a part of a race of essentially aliens, right, that are gods to a point. He has the ability to recreate reality as he sees fit. So he technically isn't destroying anything, he's just changing stuff. There is a part of the trailer where there's gap under Spider-Man, like they did in No Way Home trailer. I wholeheartedly believe that has Daredevil jumping with him in that fight, because that seed, that is the hand that he is fighting. And pun intended, Daredevil and the hand go hand in hand. All right, if you see the hand, usually Daredevil or Elektra is around somewhere, right? The Hand are an assassin organization. See, something that you might know. You remember the Ninja Turtles, Raider?
Do I remember the Ninja Turtles? Is that a question?
Okay, cool. So you remember the Foot Clan, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so think of the Hand like the Foot, except the Hand would wipe the floor with the Foot Clan.
Okay.
So we could get Elektra. I don't know if you guys have seen the Defender series yet or not, but we get a new Elektra in the Defenders. For however bad the Defenders was absolute nightmare. We got that. Do you have any thoughts or questions on anything I've said, Raider? I've been talking a lot.
No, I'm definitely. I need to get back into Spider-Man. I'm realizing that's for sure. I didn't realize how far behind I was on Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is going to be a big part of the next few projects coming up. Whether or not he's in it, just know that after Brand New Day, Spider-Man will have something to do with the end game for where they're going for this. Do I remember the Elektra movie? I do. A lot of tissues were destroyed.
Because, we're going to have half the viewers that are gonna be like, oh, so it was a sad movie? And then the other half that are like, no, not at all.
Jennifer Garner back then. Hi, man-made. I mean, Ben Affleck wasn't bad as Daredevil, alright? This new guy, though, Charlie Cox, oh my goodness, I love his acting. See if I can think of things that you would absolutely need to watch to understand stuff that's going to happen coming up. I mean, unfortunately, Multiverse of Madness would be important, just so you can understand what the rules and laws of the world that we're going into are going to be like. And you'll understand the stuff with Doctor Strange. Because that all comes to a super weird point in that movie. So Multiverse of Madness would be important.
Okay.
Trying to think about projects after that. What is the topic? Oh, we're going everywhere.
I feel like I need to brush up on just really majority. All the Marvels I probably need to just do a brush up on, honestly. Since it's been so long.
Doom will be responsible for Battle World if Marvel does Battle World. Yep. So this is my concern. I'm so glad you brought this up. Here's my worry, okay? Because the only reference to the Beyonder and Molecule Man that we get is in an animated series on Disney that never got any kind of marketing push. They just quiet dropped it is what they did. And it's Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl. And I do not like how they did Owen Reese in that series. And those are... You need Molecule Man and the Beyonder for Battle World with Doctor Doom. So essentially, Raider, what happens for this version that he's talking about is Doom decides that he's sick of everything and he's going to change it so that everything fits his idea of how the world needs to be. So Molecule Man is a being that he lives up to his name. He controls all the molecules everywhere. He can change whatever he wants, however he wants. You essentially could put him right up there with the Living Tribunal and the One Above All and all those people. Like that's the level of control and power that he has. But Owen Reese, who is the Molecule Man, has the mindset of a child. He likes to play games and he likes to eat. Okay? So Doom convinces Molecule Man to help him steal the powers of the Beyonder so that he can start reshaping the world, the universe as he sees fit. So Molecule Man helps him go do this, and that's how you get Battle World and all the other shenanigans that happened during that with God Emperor Doom. You want Mojo World. So X-Men 97, the next season that's coming out, Man-Made, we will be getting, part of that is going to take place on Mojo World. I don't know if we'll ever see a live-action Mojo World. That'd be actually kind of cool to see. So Mojo World, Raider, there's this alien who exists in not a different planet, essentially a different planet, but in a different reality, but not in a different reality. It's really weird.
Okay.
And he gains all of his power the more people that watch his show, all their energy, he collects it. So he has Mojo World, and in Mojo World, you have a series of... You remember American Gladiator?
Yes.
Okay, it's kind of like that show, except people die, or can die. So he'll kidnap humans, mutants, people from people and species from other planets, and put them into his TV show and have them run the gauntlet, so to speak. And his favorite thing to do is to steal the X-Men because every time he throws them on a show, his ratings are through the roof. The higher his ratings, the more power he absorbs.
Sounds logical.
Yeah, and the only problem is anytime he steals an X-Man, his TV show gets blown up. Happens every time. Every time.
Sounds like an expensive happen chance.
Yeah, but like in the universe where Mojo World physically exists, he controls everything. So it's nothing to have that blown up and to get it rebuilt because he's enslaved so many species that he just gets whatever he wants done. No, that's where you get like Cloak and Dagger, Dazzler. There's another guy, but I can't remember his name. Shatterstar, I think, is from Mojo World as well. But the X-Men 97 series, I forgot to send that to you the other night, but that's something you need to get caught up on here in the next couple of months. Because I think this fall the new season drops, and we're going to be doing stuff here on the YouTube with breaking it down.
Okay. In my notes.
And you're gonna see X-Men the animated series and X-Men 97. You can watch the animated series. I highly recommend it. It's really good. But to understand what happens in 97, the only thing you need to do is watch the last season of the animated series. Not even the whole season. You can watch just the last 3 episodes of the animated series, and then watch 97. And otherwise, you can just start in 97, and it'll give you that brief recap of what happened.
Okay.
But also have tissues on hand.
Oh, great. Got it. Don't watch when I'm already feeling emotional. That's what I'm hearing.
Sugar, I can't feel you. And then the entire universe broke down crying collectively at the same time. What I like with 97 is it's almost an exact, here's the comic panel, throw it into the show. That is what I liked about 97, is everything felt very authentic. And it's really hard to get that as a fan of the comics, watching anything animated or live action, just to see the authenticity. I've had to lower my expectations for 90% of Marvel and DC stuff that I watch. Speaking of DC, we have Lanterns coming out here soon. I'm kind of excited for that. A lot of people are not fans of James Gunn and the stuff that he does, but I think he's going to be maybe not what turns DC around, but gives them an avenue to go down to start making the changes to become decent. Historically, DC's never been good with live actions, right? Their stuff is all better done animated. We can all agree on that. You have the Justice League, you have the Lantern series, they did those animated. Young Justice, the Teen Titans, Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, all that stuff was really, really good animated. If they could just translate it to live action, which for some reason is an absolute struggle.
Well, I feel like a lot of live actions right now, it's an overall struggle for a lot, because the passion behind the vocalist with an animated one, right? Their facial expressions don't matter. You just got to hear it in the voice. When you throw in live action, now you've got an actual person that you need to properly portray, that has to first fit the expectations from the animation. So finding someone without going, I mean, granted, we're getting a lot better with CGI these days, but it's I feel like a lot of live actions are flopping. Like even Disney, a lot of live actions from some of their animated stuff. If you go into just like regular plain Disney movies, like even Moana, they're like, just why? There's no point. Just stop.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna pause you right there, Mark Smart, because the costume that you see in the Lantern TV series, even in the most recent Superman movie, those are comic accurate. That's an actual suit that Guy Gardner has worn in the comics. That suit that you see in the Lantern series, the one they show for Hal, he's worn that in the comics. And I don't think that suit that we see there is going to be the final suit. I also don't think Hal Jordan is meant to be the Green Lantern for the movies that'll come out with him in it. I think this is a setup to get Jon Stewart ready for the events that are about to happen. Because Hal is who trained him in the comics and in the animated series even. And historically speaking, at this time, the Owens are not a fan of Hal. Hal Jordan has always been a wild card. Yes, I know. It's accurate. You can't have it both ways, okay? You cannot have the comic accurate version of the suit at that time, and it's for John. Did they say that outright? Because that's Hal's arm that's sifting through stuff. And they already tried the CGI'd and no one liked it. That's why they're avoiding CGI, is because they want the show to do good, but it's one of those damned if they do, damned if they don't moments. This is why live action DC is going to struggle so hard, is their fan base can't make up their minds on anything. We hated the CGI Lantern suit that Ryan Reynolds wore. Don't you ever use CGI again. Well, here's this suit that's accurate to the comics. That's so bad, we don't like it. You should CGI it. Why can't you just CGI it? There is
Getting
no
into the logic territories here.
I mean, this is my gripe with DC, alright? The problem with DC is you have a huge, decent fan base that for the most part are pretty open about most things, right? And then you have this pocket area of the DC fans that are the Snyderverse fans, okay? And they are loud. They are a small group of people, but they are louder than the big group. And they will 90, I would venture to say 90% of the live action DC projects that have failed has been because of the Snyderverse fans. Zack Snyder is a fucking, I do not like him. I do not like his projects that he did. Alright, he gave us a Superman that kills. No, he gave us a Batman that was ready to kill. No, the one rule that both of those heroes have is they don't kill no matter what. As a matter of fact, it's to a degree that they end up getting fucked up more by their villains because they refuse to kill. Now, yes, I know, we had Injustice Superman, and Injustice Superman definitely killed. Alright? But that's not the Superman we were going for. And even up until the point of Injustice, Superman didn't kill up until that point. So to bring in the loop a little bit more, Raider, in the Injustice series, Joker decides that he's bored of Batman in Gotham because he can't get a reaction out of Batman. So he decides to go to Metropolis, kidnap Lois Lane, set up several traps, one of which kills the Flash, and the other is this hallucinogen mixed with kryptonite that explodes in Superman's face and makes him see Doomsday. Well, who he thinks is Doomsday is actually Lois Lane, and he doesn't realize it until after he's brought her into outer space and killed her.
Ooh.
So when he finally comes out of the hallucination and realizes that he's killed Lois Lane and she was pregnant. So he just killed his wife and his child. And he snaps. He goes and he kills the Joker right in front of Batman, and then decides that the only way to fix the problem and make this never happen again is for him to be essentially the dictator of the world. And he goes
through logical thought process fashion, I guess. It doesn't make sense, so it must make sense.
And who knows, Mark? Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be, because historically speaking, a lot, like back in the day, trailers were awesome. What they would show you in the trailer and what you would see in the movie or the series used to be two completely different things. That's why a lot of the times I will hold my thoughts, or I'll throw them out there, right? But nothing that I'm holding on to until after I go see the actual show or the movie. Injustice would be great to see, but it would need to be done right, and they would need to stress the importance that this is a side thing, and it's not going to affect any of the main continuity. Yeah, no, that's one of the... So, you have this Boy Scout that just is supposed to be morally incorruptible, okay? Like, he's supposed to be on the same level as Captain America when it comes to holding to your morals. And then we give him this whole arc where he just takes that and throws it all away. Alright? And they do it often. So often. And my other thing is the inconsistencies, right? With Superman. Now, a lot of characters, all characters, have so many different ways that they were written and they were drawn. But here's my gripe, right? In one instance, you have a nuclear missile that'll bounce right off of Superman and the world will be fine. And in the next second, he dies to a cold. He's bulletproof in one moment, and then can be stabbed without kryptonite in the next moment. Make it make sense.
Not supposed to make sense.
No, but it should make a little bit. All right, you're supposed to be this alien from another planet that the sun from this world turns you into essentially a god. And they're just so inconsistent with it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm not a fan of it. Also, the Superman is tough for reverses because in the DC universe, he can't lose. Like, he is... Canonically, he is what holds the DC multiverse together. You can't have the multiverse without Superman. So what a lot of people will do is they'll put the versus fight in the DC universe. Well, if you do it that way, guess what? Superman can't lose in his own universe. Cannot. Absolutely cannot. And then if you put him outside of the DC universe and you don't set down proper guidelines, which is what you see happen in a lot of versus breakdowns, then he's still super busted. And you still need someone super high tier to take on Superman. I mean, even in how we do it, where we put them in a neutral universe where they don't have their immunities and they don't have their weaknesses, you still have to jump a little high for Superman, and it's ridiculous.
So what I'm hearing is, to finally get a win since joining this podcast, I need to be Superman.
I can beat Superman with one guy.
Oh my god. Could you give me a little bit of hope here? You could have just a little bit.
You will find someone. I know you will. It's just gonna take you learning. You got this. I believe in you. You mentioned a nuke and reminded me of Suicide Squad game. Yeah, that was really bad. Send him to the Mojoverse. I mean, that actually might be a way to do that. But this is why we don't do a whole lot of high tier characters in the versus world anymore. There's a few. I think one of my favorites was doing Rune King Thor versus Kylo Rayner White Lantern. That was a fun one. I do not know if we ever got it uploaded. It might be on a different channel. I might have to find it and send it in to our editor to get it cleaned up and reposted. But that was my absolute favorite of all the verses we've ever done. It was my favorite. You love the Goku versus Superman death battle as it ends with both asking for round 2. Yeah, because that's essentially, if you break that down, that's essentially how that goes.
Well, I mean, we've covered Goku before.
Mm-hmm. And I'm iffy with Death Battle because didn't like a lot of their stuff come out as like they were very biased with their decisions and they didn't necessarily do all the proper research and let's see, what else? Other projects coming out soon. I don't know many. I know there's a lot of animes that are getting new seasons. And there's this new one, God, what is it? I can never remember the title. Daemons of the Shadow Realm is this new one that I just started, and so far it seems alright.
Now for a wash, DC Universe versus Sun Wukong. We did Sun Wukong versus...
Yeah, that one's on this channel.
It was Sun Wukong versus...
Goku.
Goku, yeah.
Yeah, because we titled it
Yeah.
Sun Wukong versus Sun Wukong.
Mm-hmm.
Because Goku is based off of Sun Wukong. And that, like, you have to set special rules for that, though. And I don't like doing it, and we didn't when we did our versus match for it. But Sun Wukong just dog walks the DC universe. The dude's got, like, 17 different types of immortality, which is wild. He's immune to magic. He's super busted. I still don't know how they finished the Unkindness Raven run that DC just recently did in the comics, where Raven went on a rampage and was wiping out the DC multiverse. And what it boiled down to was Dr. Fate and several other high-tier magic casters versus Unkindness Raven in her upgraded form. So, it was wild. Like, there's no one, not even Superman, was able to fight back Unkindness Raven by himself.
You know, I don't think I've ever watched anything outside of, like, the animated Teen Titans when it comes to that. Like, that's something that my kids have been watching a bunch of. Which, I gotta say this, first of all. I like old Teen Titans
Mhm.
versus this new, what is it, Teen Titans Go or whatever.
Yeah, it's garbage. Teen Titans garbage. That's what I call it.
Um, the new one right now, or I guess it's not really new, but the Teen Titans Go is what they've been watching, and so I keep hearing little snippets of it.
They've been watching what? You said Teen Titans Go?
Yeah.
No. Next time they're going to
'Cause
watch
it's
it.
on Netflix.
Yeah, well, so is the other one.
Are they both on Netflix?
They should be.
Let me check. Well, Netflix is always taking stuff off, and
If not, I do believe I put my Max on your TV. It's there.
yeah, no, they only have Teen Titans Go on Netflix.
Again, I do believe I put my Max on your TV.
I'll have to take a look. Which that's also been part of why I haven't continued Seven Deadly Sins like in the past week or so, is my Netflix is off of my mom's Netflix, so like you can't have more than one person watching at a time, and so they've been watching it on the TV, so I can't watch it on my computer. So that'll solve that problem if I get them on the other one on Max.
Mm-hmm. And if it's not on
Teen Titans Peak 90s cartoon. Oh yeah, 100%.
If it's not on there, let me know. I'll send you all the login information.
Okay.
Um,
I think Fish has it because we used it for our movie night once.
mm-hmm. Teen Titans is. I think that was my Max that you guys used. Teen Titans Peak 90s. Hot take on that. And I was just talking about this a couple days ago in the Discord. That Slade from that series is actually Bruce. It's Batman. Mind you, they can't find Batman in the beginning of that series. And before all this stuff happens, there's a whole spiel of situations that result in an explosion where the original Deathstroke, I'm pretty sure, gets killed. Because you say X-Men? About what? Oh, X-Men being peak 90s cartoons? So, let's do this, alright? Teen Titans. We'll break this down here a little bit. I need to remember a few things, so hold on.
I feel like, if you're on peak 90s, right? And this might be a stretch because again, the new stuff garbage, right? We're talking the older versions of these. I put Teen Titans and like Ben 10 at like very close because the original Ben 10 was good.
Original Ben 10 was great. So if we're talking per episode, Teen Titans has one more season than X-Men the Animated Series. Personally, I enjoyed X-Men more than I enjoyed Teen Titans, but I'm more of a Marvel fan than I am a DC fan. My problem with DC is no matter what you are, you're dialed up to 11. Right? A street level being could just as easily beat a god without having powers. Like there's I am broken and there's no reason for it. This is what it is.
Also Teen Titans Robin has to have superpowers. No way he can be that much as that bad without them.
I don't know, because Batman can do it, and all of the Robins go through almost the same level of training as Batman went through himself. In Teen Titans Robin, so this is where my theory about Slade being Bruce comes into play, because the thought process behind this, right? Bruce dons the Deathstroke outfit to give Robin a villain that can help him grow in his skill, in his tactics, right? But as time goes on, uh, all the trauma Bruce has gone through just fighting villains in Gotham starts to like take over his brain, and he has to stop himself because eventually you see Robin about to mentally break, about to snap. So with all that extra training, it would be nothing for Robin to take on almost anyone that he wanted to in combat, and for the most part, almost come out on top all the time.
I do agree with Ben 10. Ben 10 is great. Yeah, we have planned to do some breakdowns with Ben 10. Just recently watched the first 2 episodes over, and can we just talk about how bad a parenting? I guess technically he's a grandfather, but parenting nonetheless. Like, kid gets a alien technology on his wrist, and immediately you're letting this kid go into fighting crime. That is not. That is. Who made these choices?
Yeah, but at least there's a parental figure around. You want to talk about bad parenting? Enter any anime involving children ever.
Yeah, I mean, this is true.
Alright, what is it? Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple, okay? Alright, I don't know what happened to the parents in the world of Kenichi, but someone needs to send CPS there, like yesterday. There are no fucking parents. Well, Kenichi has parents, but they don't give a shit, alright? Even when you're introduced to them, alright? So, Raider, are you gonna let your, 11, 12-year-old bring home a giant, large-breasted lady to go spend alone time with? You gonna allow that? You gonna allow a kid to do that?
No, obviously.
Okay,
no.
well, they do. Oh, High School DxD. Another example, alright? Another example. Granted, there's, supernatural stuff that happens here, alright? But are you gonna let your, I would say Kenichi's probably, or, what's his name from High School DxD? He's probably, 15, 16 years old, somewhere in there, right? Brings home several women. You walk in on your child with these naked women, plural, and they're just excited for their kid. Kenichi is bad, though, because you have children who have started gangs that are going around and beating the shit out of other children, and there's no adults anywhere to stop it. None.
Okay, see, so yes, I got it. Okay, Ben makes the choice when Max says not to, so Max just makes sure Ben does it right. Yes, 100%, yes. But at the same time, right, when this show starts, because in the original Ben 10 series, he's 10 years old, right?
Ichigo, yes.
My kid's 11, and I cannot fathom that child making well, yeah, no, Ichigo's another prime example, and Mitty can even say, so we started a Bleach breakdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that I was like in watching this show is the times where Ichigo walks into the house and then dad just fucking blindside starts punching the fuck out of him or jumps him or whatever, and I'm like, what the fuck kind of household is this? Why are we fight clubbing our child and inevitably, unknowingly preparing him for this path that Ichigo goes down? Because that threw me for a whole ass loop. I mean, throw away the side that you've got 15-year-olds living by themselves, but even though Mitty wants to argue that, because he forgets.
I did forget. I'm sorry, my bad. I have a brain injury.
But I was like, what are we doing here? Where is, and I would even go as far as to argue that he's not an actual parental figure. I think Ichigo takes more responsibility. And granted, yes, there's the trauma there with the mother and everything, and I think that plays a lot into how the father behaves and acts. But there's a parental, but there is no parental. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say guidance, but he's just kind of there, and he's as much of a child as they all are.
Oh, there looks like that.
Naruto and Pervy Sage much. I have not watched Naruto. Why do I keep Naruto? I've heard of it. I just haven't ever watched that.
Oh, I need more clarity on this.
But you're not wrong. I mean, if you really sit down and think about a lot of stuff, there's no parental. I mean, you take something as simple as Pokemon. Who's sending a child to essentially cross country? So, Ichigo and his youngest sister picked up the parental figure roles. Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%, yeah.
God damn it. Okay, so I can't bring this up yet because you're going to be watching the season after the Bount arc.
Yes.
So you're about to find out why it is Sheen is the way that he is with Ichigo.
Okay.
All right, it's very very important. You'll find out kind of early on. We'll do a whole video on it when she gets to it, guys. But everything.
Here's the problem. I have a laundry list of things that I need to watch right now. We need we're gonna off live, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We need to come up with a timeline of like what we want to do so that I can put myself in order of how I'm watching stuff.
Yes.
And get it all sorted out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can typically watch stuff while my kids do their homeschooling stuff, their live lessons in the mornings and whatnot. So,
yeah, no, and I just want to.
I just need to make a schedule.
Yeah, we'll do that after this. That's fine. Here's the thing: Sheenan is more of a parental figure than anyone ever gives him credit for when it comes to Bleach. And again, this is something we'll talk more about after. You know, we'll probably put this on a priority because of just how badly I want to do a breakdown with you.
And it makes sense because our last
Bleach
verses, or the verses currently in process, is a Bleach versus. So I can, yes. Yeah. I will put Bleach back up at the top of the list.
So it's really cool
because I've got time. I've got time for Spider-Man's.
Yeah. And the 7 Deadly Sins thing, that can wait. I've got other stuff on my plate right now that I've been focusing on. And again, Bleach is getting ready to release Core 4 for the new arc that they were doing. Fucking brain. The Quincy arc. Whatever we're calling it again. So be nice to start getting caught up on that. And we can, again, like I said, it's going to be early on in this next set that you're going to start watching. So we can either have you watch through that, do a video on that, or you can watch through the arc, and then we can break down the entire arc. But you're coming up on the Arankar arc, and that's a really fun one. That one is not filler. That one is, you have to watch that. Yeah, can we talk about how wildly messed up the Bat family is real quick? Like, I know anyone that knows anything about Batman knows how messed up the Bat family gets, okay? And we're not I'm not talking about the main Robins that everybody knows, okay? We're not talking about Dick, we're not talking about Tim, we're not talking about, Damien, we're not talking about Brain is not Brainy. I want to talk about Cassandra Cain, alright? The essentially kidnapped child of the Bat family. Because she is not Batman's kid. She is not just some random, I came across you in your trauma. You're going to be a Robin now. This is a child that he saw so much potential and so much violence out of that he was like, you were mine. And there's been no amount of Cassandra's parents going to Batman saying, hey, we don't want our daughter to be a part of this. None of that has faced Batman. He's just been like, I don't care. And she is arguably, like, God, you need to remember which one.
Sandra Asp was adopted by the Asplin family when she was 6 years old. Her new father was abusive, while her adoptive and racist mother, Minnie, did nothing to help her. Her brother beat his children for being metahuman, while Minnie stood idly by. Benjamin and Sandra killed Amos by accident using their powers. While Sandra promised never to use her abilities again, Benjamin experimented further to increase his power.
Mm-hmm. Jason Todd. Jason Todd is Red Hood. God, that was bothering me. So Jason Todd and Cassandra Cain are the most violent out of the two in the Bat family. And recently in the comics, Cassandra's parents, quotation marks, have made pleas to Bruce for Cassandra to not be a part of the Bat family anymore. Not a single member in the Bat family is free from needing therapy. No, not a single one. I would say the two with the most messed up backstory, as you just heard, Cassandra Cain is up there, and then you have not even Jason Todd, but Tim. Tim eventually, if you go far enough into his lore, he becomes the Joker.
Then we can argue that Batman is the only crazy one in Gotham.
No, because Joker is still pretty bad. Two-Face is still pretty bad. No. Isn't would have been what I would have used for that. There are worse than Batman. Just Batman's, if you really sit down and... Because what makes Batman so bad is he's supposed to be a hero. All right? He's not advertised as an anti-villain or an anti-hero. He's advertised as a hero. All right? And you have this hero out here traumatizing all these kids. Which is wild, because again, as you heard some of Cassandra Cain's background, she was already crazy traumatized. And I don't remember if it's permanent or if it was just a moment in the Cassandra Cain runs, plural. But she wasn't talking for a while, and she may not ever talk. Or maybe she did talk and I'm remembering something wrong. But I know there was a moment where, like, she was a mute.
Notice how only Batman seems to care in that city about crime. I mean, somebody has to.
Where was this? Where are you seeing this?
It's what Mark just said. Notice how only Batman seems to care in the city about crime.
Nope, I don't have that.
Make sure... I don't know how it is when you are the streamer, but I know as a viewer, I have to make sure up at the top, I switch it from pop chat to live chat.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank you.
Oracle. Oh, it's a fan theory that everything is in Bruce's head.
There is a fan theory, and it is dark. It is so dark that Bruce is actually in a coma. And everything we have seen is his brain trying to fix itself. Yeah, man-made, you make a point. You make a point. That was a rough run. That was... So, Oracle is Barbara Gordon, right? And if the name kind of sounds familiar, that's because she's Jim Gordon's daughter.
Okay.
Barbara was one of the first, if not the first Batgirl. Um, and dated Dick Grayson for a long time. And then there is a really dark run in the comics where to get at Robin and Batman, Joker, the Killing Joke. Joker hunts down where Barbara lives, breaks into her apartment, shoots her in the back, and they never show it and they never say what happens. You just see two panels. One where the door is open, just a crack, and then another where you see the Joker licking his lips and staring at Barbara on the ground. Very much hinted that a little bit of grape happened. Yeah. Oh, like we'll dive down this rabbit hole just a little bit because there's those people out there that have seen the Suicide Squad movie where you had Joker and Harley in there, and like, oh, we want to love like. No, you don't.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you don't.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
told me this.
Yep, my favorite point to make out for people is Harley Quinn went to Joker once and said, "I'm pregnant, and it's yours." And what do you think the Joker's response was? I'm so happy we're gonna have a family. This is gonna be great. No, he punches Harley in the stomach, straps her to a rocket, and launches her into the air. That's not the love you want, folks. All right. It's Stockholm Syndrome. That's what that is. That's what it takes her forever to realize that is what's going on. And then she falls in love with Poison Ivy, which is also turns out to be kind of a toxic relationship. Also, did you guys see that? I'm going to double check this all over before I say this. I am glad I looked that up before I opened my mouth, but it'd be really cool if they did it. An April Fool's joke that got me days after April 1st. Jensen Ackles is sitting there saying he wants to be the new Batman.
Oh, that'd be great.
Well, he's voiced Batman in the animated series several times. There was Kevin Conroy, who's the OG voice actor. May he rest in peace. And then Troy Baker after that. And then Jensen Ackles. Did a bunch of them in movies and stuff like that. Looks like Harley is the reason if both her relationships are toxic. You know, one would think if it was really bad in one, and then it's almost the same degree of bad in the other, you know, maybe there's a common denominator. Who knows? I'm not good at math.
Listen, there's a reason why all the girlies like the morally gray men in their books. Yeah.
Here we go. Break it down for us.
Oh no, it's not supposed to make sense.
Oh.
It's just, it's, I mean, okay, hold on. So you say it looks like Harley is the reason if both for her relationship are toxic. Yes and no. Okay, because like I said, they inevitably, right, are, and I guess not all, but most, because all the girly, they ain't great. They're full on dark. Okay, listen. Y'all have y'all's weird shit in anime, okay? And we have books where he stabs a knife into a mattress and makes her ride it, okay? Or you go full on dark where you've got Haunting Adeline where he chops off a dude's hands and then makes her ride the barrel of his possibly loaded gun. it's
I feel like
it still falls. What?
Feel like you'd find out real quick if that was loaded or not.
But that's the whole thing is you don't know, and it just adds a whole level of of fear into it. All right. Hey, shh. Hi, children. Not talking about anything. Um, but it's most women won't admit it, just like most men. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, Mark.
Oh, this is great. I can't wait to hear all this.
Why do we have to use that word? Like, of all the words that you could have chosen, why is it when you have the man? Okay, so hold on.
Consider the button
We're
push.
here now. We're here now. You've got, and I haven't watched many animes, as we know. I'm new to this, but so let's take, just because it's what I'm currently been on, Meliodas, right? Okay, and his handsiness with the females. Why do we not have a word for how fucked up that is? But you have a woman, and she gets that title, okay?
We do have a word for guys like that. They're sluts.
I mean, yeah, it is exactly. But why is it frowned upon when it's one way versus the other? And they're killing, sure, but they're killing for good. Ultimately. Because, you know, like in the one that I was talking about in Haunting Adeline, he is a killer, but he's killing men who are kidnapping these women to put them into the sex trade. So, you know, it's dark without a shadow of a doubt. Like I said, it starts off as a stalker type situation, but it has a happy-ish ending. It's frowned upon by all. Okay, I mean, fair. I don't know. I feel like it's just the norms, not really the word that I'm looking for. But when it comes to these shows and it comes to the books, I think it's fair to say everybody's looking for something that they wouldn't necessarily be able to have in real life, right? It wouldn't be acceptable in real life. And thus we get to live out, I don't even know how to pronounce that man name.
It's Jiraiya.
Jiraiya?
Yeah, we'll get you into Naruto eventually. It's not a priority.
It's having what you can't actually have. Hold on.
No. Jiraiya is just not handsy. But like they never show. It's mostly just heavily hinted and implied, right? Also, Naruto is another one that I like. Shippuden was good. Shippuden was great. I feel like Shippuden should have been the starting point for Naruto. The original series for Naruto is all right, but again, like 90% of that is just introduction, getting you to understand what the rules of the world are and how what the ninja way of life is and how ninjutsus work and all that stuff, right? You don't really get to the main story until you're in Shippuden. Shippuden is really good. Boruto could have been great, but it just fell flat.
Well, this answers that question. I just got a package.
Mm-hmm. From Zeus?
Yes.
Boruto is something that I wish would have been better than what it was. I don't like the trope of rebel child that doesn't understand the sacrifices of his father until it's entirely almost too late. It's so dumb. Hi, Danny. Better late than never. What were you guys? Got any questions, hot takes, things you want to talk about?
Yeah, hit us with it. What's an anime that you're watching right now?
I can't remember where I put it. It's not here. Bofuri. God, the title is long. I can't wait for you to get into those, Raider. I can't wait for that. There are some animes that just have such ridiculously long titles. It's the title is Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. And it's about this girl who's in a VR game, and she doesn't like taking damage. So she ends up going on a quest to level up her defense stat. Well, she passes out in a forest filled with slimes after defeating a bunch of them. When she wakes up, her defense stat is maxed out. Her only weapon she has is a shield that can eat magic and makes her impervious to taking damage. And then she gets a pet. She gets a giant turtle that also buffs her defense. Like, she cannot be hurt. That is the whole preface of the anime. And it's got like 3 or 4 seasons.
Alright, let me type this in chat since Danny said she can't hear. Nope, hold on.
Yes, and a short sword. Hot take, like 100 degrees. Borderlands will never be better than 2 story-wise. That's not a hot take, that's accurate. And it's shown. Like, everything since Borderlands 2, story-wise, has kind of been flat. Pre-sequel was garbage. They didn't need to change stuff. We already had a foundation for how they all met. Borderlands 3 could have been really good, except they really didn't expand on anything after 3. 4, so far that I've played 4, is not that great. 1 was amazing. I remember when 1 dropped. 1 was awesome. Love Borderlands 1. Huge fan. Borderlands 2, that's where they peaked. Should have stopped at 2. I'd have been okay with it. 2, leave it alone. Leave it alone after 2. Because everything after 2 has just been, why the fuck are we here? Man-Made's usually watching something wild. That's how you...
Oh, yeah, I see the minus.
Yeah?
don't understand the titles of some of these, because, like, when Ollie sent me the list, and I'm reading this, and I'm like, I got a cheat skill in another world, and it made me overpowered in the real world.
Which is
What is that title?
It's a great anime, though.
I got reincarnated as a vending machine? What?
Which...
Like, is he an actual vending machine?
Yes!
Or is this just
Yes!
like
No. He gets reincarnated as an actual vending machine. And I thought it was gonna be so boring. But it's not. It's actually really fucking good. Well, here's one for you. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. History's strongest Demon King reincarnates and goes to school with his descendants.
That's a summary of what it's about. That's not a title.
That's the title. There's I got reincarnated as a spider is another good one. I have a list here of some animes with the longest titles. The Monoke Lecture, Logs of Chuzenji Sensei. He just solves all the mysteries. Is a wholesome period mystery series. That's the title, huh? As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. Salaryman uses his talent-seeking abilities to build an army. Failure frame is always good. I was reincarnated as a 7th prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical abilities. I want to know. From commonplace... Yep, go ahead.
From commonplace to world's strongest, the Gorilla Gods, Go-To Girl, Peach Boy, Riverside, and the Water Magician were the last ones I watched.
Water Magician has been really fucking good so far. Commonplace to World's Strongest is absolutely peak. And the other ones, I don't know if I've ever watched the other ones. K-drama is also strange, as there's one K-drama where the lead female gets turned into a chicken nugget. Well, now I have to.
Well, I feel like maybe has to watch that.
On principle, I have to watch this. But there's another one, I can't remember the title of it. I can look it up, I guess. Where dude kisses a gorilla, and the gorilla turns into a really hot human woman. It's weird. Oh, that's the one that you were talking about, Man-Made. Alright, that's,
Gorilla God's Go-To Girl?
Yeah. Yeah, like, that's his power is,
Can't remember the name. It's a romance K-drama. I feel like if we just search K-drama...
Chicken Nugget.
Woman turns into Chicken Nugget, we're gonna find it. I feel like that's a fairly safe... I don't think we're gonna have too many false things pop up there.
Let's find out, huh?
And if there is, I'm a little concerned for the world. I'm gonna watch The Island of Giant Insects eventually. You lost me at giant insects, okay? Bugs are gross as I sit here giving the ant farm the food that just arrived.
Is it? I think it's just called Chicken Nugget. South Korean comedy mystery television series where this girl turns into a chicken nugget. Choi Minna, the daughter of a company president, mistakes a new machine as a device which helps her with her fatigue, and she is accidentally turned into a chicken nugget. As her father, Choi Soin-man, and intern go back, who has a crush on her, try to turn her back into a human, they discover unexpected secrets. There's 10 episodes. You got
concerning.
10 episodes out of Chicken Nugget Girl.
Can't picture this.
It's on Netflix.
What?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, see, when I hear
It's ranked 10th
turns
in
into a chicken nugget, this is not what I imagined. That's not a nugget. What is it?
It's ranked 10 in the global top 10 non-English category.
What is this?
I will be watching this tonight. Okay, pay attention to the Twitch chat. Tomorrow, I will give my thoughts on it tomorrow.
If we didn't have The Hobbit lined up for today, this would be in Discord. I feel like we need to put this in. We need to watch this in Discord. That's what needs to happen. Can we watch this in Discord tomorrow where they're all doing D&D?
Yes, we can. The one I'm talking about is Fruit of Evolution. Thank you, Man-Made. Fruit of Evolution is a great watch. It's a weird watch, but it's a great watch. All right. So we're gonna switch here for a minute, guys. I appreciate all of you coming out to hang out today. I hope you've all had a great time. We're gonna start doing these. What do you think? Twice a month?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good start.
We'll still have we have a backlog right now, so please be patient with us.
Yep. Give us some grace here. Life be lifing. Things have been popping up, and it's definitely delayed certain things. While we're on the subject of it, you know, if this is the kind of thing that you enjoy, and you are interested in joining the Why Superman Sucks team, shoot either myself or Mity a message, and we'll definitely talk. Right now, I would say me and Mity are host and I am co-host. And then for those that are new and maybe this is the first thing that you've seen with Why Superman Sucks, we do verses. And so we will take a character, put them into a neutral universe, and completely stat max them, right? Their strongest point that they can get to, and argue why we think our person would win. For example, one that's we mentioned before, right? We did Goku versus Sun Wukong, right? And we like to have judges. You do not have to have prior knowledge. It's actually a little better if you don't, but if you do, that's not a big deal either. And you listen to our arguments, you ask us questions, clarifying details, and then we send you guys off to another VC. You talk it over, and then you come back and you tell us which one of us won. So we have judge slots, right? So you don't necessarily have to be the one that does all the research or whatever. If there's a versus that you want to debate, you want to hop in and you want to discuss over and, partake in. Like I said, shoot us a message. We're always open. Mity and myself are pretty flexible for schedule-wise as far as recording or even doing these live podcasts. So, if we're working with like different time zones kind of thing, that's definitely something that we can work out a time and get something set up if that is something that interests you. So like I said, feel free to message either one of us, and we can definitely chit-chat about it.
Yeah. Also, I want to throw down, if you guys have it, we are on Spotify as well. Same name as here. It is Why Superman Sucks on Spotify. We have a little intro to the crew video on there, and then we have a part 1 for a versus we're about to release here sometime soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I believe part 1 is also on the YouTube channel, but it is also on the Spotify, and I would love it if we could also get the Spotify to grow. I'm just going to throw it out there, whichever spot, the YouTube or the Spotify, hits 100 first on subscribers, we'll do a really big giveaway. If we hit them both at the same time, to 100 subscribers on each, then I'll double whatever we're doing for the giveaway.
Be sure to like, subscribe. It is free. Share with your friends. And then also feel free in the comments of the videos if you have a versus that you want to see. If you think up of 2 characters and it's not too one-sided, we'll definitely do it. Like I said, I'm very new to this, so you got to give me a little bit of time. You can't like throw a versus and us be able to do it next day typically, because I have to have time to watch and research. Because yeah, I am new, but I am enjoying it. I have a lot of fun with this. I'm learning a lot, and it's also, I've got, as many of you know, I have a household full of boys, so this is stuff that some of I can share with them. So
yeah, stick around if you're part of the community. If not, go into literally any of the videos here. There are links to the Discord, links to everybody's Twitch channels. I go live every day. There's a good chance I go live again tonight. I don't know on what, but we'll do something.
we have a link tree that we will be sharing, that'll have the links to everything. It'll have the link to the Discord. They're already in the videos, but we have the link to the Discord. We have a link to everybody's Twitch. Some of us have small businesses. I myself crochet, so I have an Etsy link. And then we have one of our judges, Yami. She bakes bread, and so we have her socials in there as well. So feel free to check everybody out. We're a pretty cool group of people, if I do say so myself. Might be a little biased, but what do I know? Yeah, it is down here on the bottom. I can see it. I just wanted to make sure they were all there. But we will have a Linktree link shared up so that it's more consolidated, and you can just kind of find everybody there.
Borderlands 3, we will see, because I want to see first if the group wants to do something, because I know we did a big group thing last night and felt like maybe we could pull off another group thing tonight. So we will see. But it has been a pleasure chatting with all you degenerates. I'm really grateful that you all came out. I hope to see this much activity on the actual videos themselves. Feel free to start fights with me in the comments. I will debate you on anything. Win, lose, draw, I don't care. I like to debate. But with that, everybody, you all have a great day. We will see you later tonight on the Twitch. Hopefully to see you guys in the Discord throughout the day. Y'all have a good one. We're out.